Hello, it is me once again. Yep, you just heard it right. The NASCAR is my bit. Updating the playoff schedule. So what NASCAR wants? Well, yeah, I found out adding in like New Hampshire, Gateway, and then Darlington. Although Darlington's pretty smart because I think it's mostly the Southern 500 that they end up in there. Gateway is a big question mark I made about for sure because Gateway does unless they add two tracks on the schedule or otherwise. So as you know, it's it's might been added at this point for sure, and then in the for sure and what the positive. Sorry, commercials. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, so it was some sort, but moving Gateway from the summer to the playoffs some sort. I know every steps is being too many flat tracks in this one because of this, but I I think that's actually is a good thing to do because I know Gateway in the summer is really good over the years. See, Louis, that gets hot in the summer. We are like kind of see right now. And the reason they moving Gateway to the playoffs is to try to keep off of the St. Louis heat, which just gets brutal. Then they head towards May, June, July somewhere. It just not only heat but also humidity, and that's because his issue was that back in the past. Because the high heat and humidity causes issues with in the up the tracks, which as you know already. Which let's see why I think that might be a good move for Darlington. I might be seeing this as about the first round. The problem is I don't know for sure, but I think that might be two crown jewel races back to back. The Coke 0400 and the Southern 500. I think the Coke 0400 is a crown jewel race. I might be wrong at this point. If it's not, I might be had to jinx it a little bit because in the fans just tell me Coke 0400 is not a crown jewel race. It's a legal season finale, so it's not meant for crown jewel. It's not copyright 500, but I would say. Yeah, I can see the point there. The problem is, I still count that as a semi crown jewel type of band because it's a regular season finale, which it's kind of see the point is being like two crown jewels, but type races back to back. It's so yeah, that's kind of a big issue. So yeah, that might not work in the long term. You're gonna see why. In New Hampshire being back in the playoffs, well, a lot of fans might not like that. So it kind of because New Hampshire itself it ended up being a horrible race in the playoffs over the years. Fans never visit it. The weather's gonna be sucks and otherwise. This is the reason why they took off in the first place. But I kind of get black black flags matter than say there, which makes sense. It's kind of an awful track in the playoffs, but they're in the seal already. Yeah, and that's because also removing three races from the playoffs, which is Watkins Glen, Atlanta Moore Speedway, and Homestead Miami Speedway. It's really so here's the thing one now. I had to take the obvious one out of the way first, which is Atlanta and Watkins Glen. Yeah, well, yeah. Unless there's a race on the Volvo next year, there's two road course races. It's just too lackluster. We're just gonna see why. Atlanta so since Atlanta's not reclassified as a restricted plate, it's kind of a clusterfuck all the way with Talladega. So let's see why. It's 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 obvious all it is. It's just a bad combination, but let's kind of see why. So it's the excess. Well, some sort, but now to take the ones at the end of it just drops the heart. I think NASCAR might be thinking about this as a bit up for 2026, but I'm kind of saying one now. Yeah, this is gonna be, I think, the second, third time in a row for this because it did not work well. But I think is Homestead leaving the playoffs again. Here's what's gonna be going on. Yeah, Homestead is meant for the playoffs. It is even the championship final. Let's see why. Well, leaving the, I think it's a 1 year thing again. They end up leaving for only 1 year, and then they end up returning in 2026 of some sort. Well, it is. Well, we'll see about that. Because I know 2026, Phoenix will no longer be the final. I think instead of being instead it's gonna be an auctioned race, so they're gonna be which race at the end of the end that gets the final. There might be a thing about that, but probably think people say it's gonna be Homestead returning back to the final in 2026. But that's still an auction type thing, so we'll see. Within the problem is that Homestead in it back as a spring race is a horrible idea in the first place. But it gained a lot of TV ratings, but it did not gain a crowd in the stands, which is even they tear down a lot of shit around Homestead over the years because I think it's renovations. Let's see why. So, what are we looking at here? So, I know might be a possibility the gateway replacement is probably be Rockingham. Because on the Rockingham is really most likely be a next replacement for as you know already for sure. They have to gateway for sure because it's gonna be the North Carolina race on top of the all the one North Carolina one race before that, which is Wilkesboro, which is might be looking at as a part of the Carolina sweep, which is probably returning back as a plan of some sort, which is like a surprise. So why is New Hampshire leaving that date? Well, I think it's because there's gonna be questions of the Montreal's gonna take over that in some sort. Since it's gonna be most likely the airline, TNT is a part of the tournament possibility, possibility might happen. So it's which is likely would happen. Some sort. So this is also going to be one of the reasons why Darlington's may moving back at this point because of the blip in the Olympics at that point. And now I think not because of that, with what's going on right now with the new TV package, the Olympics will not be considered the NASCAR anymore because I know TNT and Prime might take over the days for the Olympics so they usually happen at NBC. So they will not have Olympic break in NASCAR anymore. Similar as you can see a lot in Formula One, which one race at Belgium held right over Olympics. So it makes sense. So I'm not be surprised by that. So so that's I'm thinking what's looking at that point for sure. If Iowa does return, it might be not. Don't be surprised to the end of the see if Pocono or Michigan may be removed for the schedule next year, if not 2 years from now, because I don't know, Pocono has been really hard with the crowd, but they're getting a lot of TV ratings. Michigan's been very bad for ratings and crowds over the years, so I'd not be surprised Michigan's might be removed, similar to like Auto Club, of some sort. But that's kicking NASCAR out of Michigan, though, if that happens. So, what's good? So I'd not be surprised if it have a Pikes Peak or an Iowa race come in next year, and then replacing Michigan with Pikes Peak in Colorado for next year, if not 2 years from now, most likely because of this. So that's because I know Pikes Peak is similar as Iowa Speedway. The only difference is Pikes Peak is flatter than Iowa Speedway. It's the dimensions of Iowa in Pikes Peak is the same thing. It's just look at Google Maps and satellite mode, and then look at Iowa and Pikes Peak. It looks eerily similar. The dimensions, the track layout, and anything is right now. It looks similar as each other. Both Iowa and Pikes Peak is the same thing. The only difference is the banking of Iowa is more banked in Iowa compared to Pikes Peak is more flatter. So that's the only difference. So I'm not be surprised if that might be happening and the Pikes Peak might be returning to and the Race the Cup Series with the now Coca-Cola type Iowa within it. Which that's not be surprised that will happen because it's expect for sure for Pikes Peak. So for sure. So also on top of that, this possibility by the end of if Homestead does not get back the playoff race, this might also harm on top of this year, but also Dover. Because Dover is a similar situation. It's like a half-mile oval. If Dover removes, Homestead will be removed on top of that too. So and then because you literally have a possibility of another track in the foot wings, which is Portland, because it might possibly get Cup Series racing soon enough. So you're literally looking at in future Pikes Peak in Portland, they're going to be added to the Cup Series schedule and somewhere towards 26 or 27 somewhere, which is possible already. So not being surprised for sure or not might happen for real, but that might be it. So yeah, this is it for the end of for sure. Well, so so here's all of my opinion about the movie. Yeah, I know Atlanta's finding me to be moving Steve Walker's Glen is because it's kind of make a pin in the bush and that type of thing. Just because it's been ups and downs over the years of the end because of Atlanta, and then Walker's Glen because of the Olympics. But Homestead moving is a horrible turn off from the fans, but I can see where that's what's going from there for sure. Well, so next year's schedule has already been controversial already because Dale Jr. does not like those international races. Danny Hamlin does not like having Richmond and being removed at all. And then to see the fans don't not liking to see Homestead and removed from the playoffs. So next year's schedule is going to be released somewhere, I think, in August, September once again this year, but that's going to be mostly controversial. And NASCAR has not want to change where it is because it looks like have Montreal, Mexico City, Bowman Gray, Rockingham is going to be added on. There's some sort, possibly Iowa is going to be removed and put back on as well. I might be thinking Iowa's going to might be replacing like a Dover race and then Pikes Peaks might be replacing Michigan race as well for 2026. It's gonna not be surprised in 2026 at the end of having Dover and Michigan might be removed in 2026 because of the increasing possibilities of Pikes Peak in Iowa add on to it. Despite those two tracks are very similar. Let's see why. The only difference is the banking. So yeah, so don't be surprised by that. So that's it for sure. That for sure for that right now. And that's it. So see you in the next video. Joshua can't hear it and say one now. See you in the next video and you yeah you know. Bye.